I gave you my heart.
Good morning, honeybees. This is Alyssa with Twin Cup Tarot, and I have another pick a card reading here for you today. Now, I did a poll to see what you guys wanted your next reading to be, and this was the winner. So this is your future spouse. I'm super excited to get into it. So we have 3 piles here. Pile number 1 represented by marriage, pile number 2 represented by the mature woman, and this was interesting. So pile 3 for some reason had to come out with 2 cards. So we have house and bad health to represent pile number 3. But as usual, keep in mind that energy is fluid, time is an illusion, roles can be reversed, and this may not be your story. And that's okay. There's so many amazing readers out there. One of them will resonate with you. And also keep in mind that you have the power in your life. You are responsible for your decisions and how things play out. So if you don't like the outcome or messages or guidance or story that you hear from me, but it still resonates on some level, don't get mad. Change the outcome. Change the outcome because you have the power in your situation to choose the path that you want to walk down. All right, guys. So as usual, timestamps will be in the description and I will meet you there. Hello, my pile 1 people, or those of you who felt drawn to marriage. This is your reading. Okay, guys, this, as soon as I pulled up the cards and turned them over, it just seems so deep, so complex, and so beautiful. But like I said, intense. So first of all, as we had Gemini come out here, this very strongly could be a Gemini. They could be simply an Aries sign, or this is how they kind of portray themselves. Very communicative, very intelligent, maybe a speed talker, someone who loves to delve into many different areas in terms of their interests. And this also could, I'm having a hard time with my words. Why is that? A throat chakra issue. That's interesting because I'm getting Gemini energy, but throat chakra issue. So maybe this is someone who is very good at communicating, but maybe sometimes their mind races. I'm getting a very intelligent person here. Very, very intelligent. Okay. So they might actually, instead of this might be someone who's very action oriented, and even when their words fail them, they still find ways to show you what they're trying to show you. See, there's such an issue there. Okay, I'll have to see if I get more messages on that throat chakra issue as we go along, because that was kind of contrary. But anyway, so one thing that was very interesting that I felt in this pile is that you're going to meet this person either when you're going through some extreme hardship or they are. But for majority of you, I'm getting that you might be at the end of a breakup. You might have felt and this is, I'm surprised the Tower card isn't here, to be honest, because it seems like a deep loss. So this could be, oh gosh, I don't want to speak this into existence, but it could be something as extreme as a bankruptcy, a divorce with somebody else, actually. So I think in this case, you might have either multiple marriages or you might have multiple long-term partners. So I think this is more channeling the one that you're going to end up with, okay? The one who you're going to live out the rest of your story with. That's what I'm getting specifically with this pile, is you might actually have other partners, but they're not the one, okay? I'm getting that you probably are going through a divorce or went through a divorce. There is an emotional loss, a financial loss, kind of. I'm guessing that if there was a breakup, one of the biggest reasons that you broke up with that person, or maybe they broke up with you, is there was a loss of passion. There wasn't enough love in the relationship, okay? And I see that that really weighed on you guys. It really, really weighed on you guys, okay? And it really caused a bit of a depression, a loss of hope, and it really just puts you into this kind of emotional spiral where you just feel like you're losing, you're constantly losing. And then this person shows up. Now, with the second house showing up with all of this financial energy, all of this kind of earthy energy, this person might be your divorce lawyer. This person could be your accountant, or this is someone, maybe someone at work. You know, it's so tied to your finances somehow. This could be, I don't even know, this, I'm getting a lot of different things here in terms of how you meet them, but the big story is that it's going to be a low point in your life and they're going to come in. And I basically see with this polar bear that they're a very wise, intelligent person, but I also get that they're very spiritual. Okay, and that'll manifest in many different ways, many different religions, many different theologies. But I get this is someone very spiritual, very wise, very in tune with themselves, and there's going to be something about you that's just going to make them want to nurture you. I kind of see how we have like this little face here. I almost get the sense of this big polar bear who just wraps you up and just decides from that moment on that they're going to protect you. Okay, that they're going to be there for you. But this also, like I said, roles can be reversed because energy is fluid in these readings. So this could be you seeing someone else going through an extreme financial hardship, maybe a really tough breakup or divorce, and you just gravitate towards them and you're that polar bear energy. But for majority of you, I get this is someone who just takes you on and goes, okay, I got you. I see what's going on here and I see you. Wow, I feel like that phrase is important. I see you. Maybe in your last relationship before this one, you felt like they didn't see you for who you are. They didn't see your soul. And this person might actually even say that to you. I see you. Wow, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. So this is someone who's very good with their words. See, throat chakra issue is gone, so I'll have to think about that. Maybe this person helps you with that. Maybe you have issues with your throat chakra. Maybe you have a hard time expressing yourself verbally, but this person's really good with their words and they're extremely intuitive. So maybe they actually help you voice what you want to say because they intuitively feel it and they put that out there. So this person, like I said, that I see you. Maybe there's something that you can't put into words and they look at you and they say, is this what you're feeling? And you're like, that's exactly how I feel. You see me. This is so beautiful, guys. So beautiful. Okay, in terms of appearance, I get... So a lot of dark hair. So this person might have brown or black hair is what I'm getting. Just a lot of dark colors here. I think this is someone, regardless of gender, I believe this is someone who might be actually, I wanted to say tall, but it's more about long limbs that are very... I wouldn't say thin, or just lean, more just lean. So this is someone who is probably medium height and lean. I would say, you know, they appear to be very healthy. I don't see a lot of muscle. I don't see a lot of extra, you know, extra cush. I just basically, even with this polar bear energy that kind of talks about this big presence, I think that's more about their presence than their physicality. For most of these people, I believe that this is someone who's very lean, but maybe taller than average, but not too tall. But this is someone who is just gonna, you're just gonna feel protected. You're just going to feel protected, regardless of gender. There's just going to be something about them that helps you to feel emotionally safe. Something very soft about them, okay? Something very... There's this teddy bear quality. And I get, just on a side note, that when you're in their arms or they're in your arms, there's just going to be this feeling of melting, okay? Just kind of just melting, okay? Yeah. And I get that this, pretty much the minute this person sees what you're going through or feels it energetically, and they decide in that moment that you're their person and they're going to take care of you or they're going to be there for you emotionally or whatever, you guys are just going to connect on a level that just, gosh, it'll just be incredible. Incredible. So I have to say this because I'm hearing it. I have to say it. So I have to backtrack a little bit. I kept getting that lean persona, you know, medium height, maybe a little taller than average. But, you know, my angels are actually saying, okay, we put polar bear there for a reason. For some of you, this is going to be a polar bear type person in terms of how they look. For some, it's going to be someone very tall, very, very wide, and kind of bear-like in how, in their stature. Okay, and for some, they're going to be, actually, I'm hearing shorter than average with that stature, kind of that stocky stature. So apparently, we just... Apparently, the physical structure across the board is going to be different. Sorry about that, guys. That doesn't really narrow it down for sure. So I guess that in this pile, the physique really doesn't matter because it's going to be different across the board. It's not... Their outer appearance is not going to matter because it's going to be that energetic beauty, that energetic connection, and that's just going to... That's how you're going to recognize them because how they look is going to be different across the board is what I just heard. But one thing I was getting very clearly and in a non-contradictory manner is that they're going to have dark hair most likely. That brown or black hair. I get darker eyes, so could be dark brown, or I'm also getting hazel or even golden. And that actually, the golden eyes might be a really good indicator, actually, with this pile. I'm trying to see if I get anything else in terms of physical appearance. Um, Not really, because like I said, I feel like the physical appearance isn't as important. So just keep in mind, most likely a Gemini could be an Aries sign in general, but extremely emotional, intuitive person, okay? And it's going to be wonderful, guys. I could talk about this pile forever, but I'm going to leave it there. All right, guys, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below and let me know if this resonated with you guys. I love you so much. Take care. Hello, my pile 2 people, or those of you who felt drawn to mature woman. This is your reading. Okay, guys, I know there are so many cards in the picture right now. I actually, when I was shuffling for this pile, I had to reshuffle many times because too many cards were just coming out every single time, and I kept saying, nope, that's too many, and then I just kept shuffling, and then this many would fall out, and then I say, no, that's too many, and then wash, rinse, repeat. It just kept happening. So I was like, okay, well, apparently we're supposed to have a ton of cards for this reading, so here it is. All right, guys. So first of all, your person, your future spouse, future partner could be an Aries or a fire sign is what I'm feeling very strongly. But immediately when I turned around the Aries card in particular, I heard a fellow fire sign, which is very interesting. So a lot of you watching this pile, you might be fire signs or you might have a lot of fire in your chart. That is possible for sure. So this could actually be an extremely passionate connection with that fire and fire, okay? With the mature woman showing up, with the 10th house and Uranus actually, And then the Knight of Pentacles here on top of that. I felt that this might be a connection that actually happens later in life. Okay. So, this specific spouse, which I believe this is the spouse / partner that you end up with, this could be a little bit later in your journey. For some of you, that's going to manifest, you know, maybe in your late 20s. And some of you, it's going to be, you know, I would say midlife. So middle-aged, 50s. For some of you, it could be older. I don't really get that it's way older than that, but it could be, just to be completely honest here. But I don't feel, how do I put this? So when you hear that I might find the person that I'm looking for when I'm in my, you know, older years, some people might go, what? I don't want to wait that long. I don't get that that's the energy here. I don't get that you are single and alone all these years and this happens and that happens. I feel like your life is very full. Okay? I feel like your life is very full. So if this spouse, partner comes in, you know, in your later years or your golden years, realize that that will not be, they won't be late to the party. You know, this is something, how do I put this? This is a full life here, is what I'm getting. This is a very happy, exciting life before this happens, okay? So one thing that's very interesting about this is I get that this person is extremely successful, okay? They might be very wealthy, or there's some craft that they've honed, or there's something that they've built maybe from the ground up that's brought them some success, some fame possibly. But either way, this is a very stable person, and I get that in whatever area that they have really put their time and energy in, it is really worked out for them. Really worked out for them. They have a lot of stability. I also get this is someone very passionate. You know, with that Cougar card, the assertive, I'm going to go ahead and read the card here. It says, in silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. So this is someone who's extremely driven, which goes along with that Aries card. You know, basically, when they decide they want something, they go after it. That's why that 10th house, I think, showed up, just to accentuate the fact that this is a go-getter. This is someone who, if they want to achieve something, they will, even if it takes some time. I also get this silent power with them. So this is someone who's probably, it's not that they're quiet, they're not shy at all, is what I'm getting, but this is someone who is the observer. They're very good at just being in their space, observing what's going on around them, and they're not a huge talker. But they communicate in a healthy way, if that makes sense. They speak when they feel like they want to, and they're quiet when they feel like they want to. So this might be someone who you ask a question, they look at you, they acknowledge that they heard, and then they're silent. And you're just kind of sitting there waiting for their answer. And it's not that they're ignoring. It's not that they aren't extremely intelligent and it takes them a long time to process. I'm getting that this is a person who chooses their words wisely. Someone who really thinks about what they're going to say before they put it out there. You know, they basically put a lot of power into the words they say. So if this is someone who says they're going to do something, they will do it. They never, I'm getting very strongly, this person never says they're going to do something unless they're going to follow through. So their words have a lot of power, and this is someone you can definitely trust. Some other interesting things I got here. So this is powerful energy. We have the Devil card, then we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Tower. Those three cards together, extremely powerful, okay? So for some of you, you have a lot of things happen in your life, okay? A lot of things happen in your life. That's why I think if this person comes in later, I think for a lot of you, this is going to be, you know, right after your your 20s. So maybe when you hit your 30s, for some of you, this is going to be 40s or 50s that you meet this person, okay? I get that before you meet this person, there wasn't space for them. So you guys might have a lot of things in your everyday life that you're responsible for, or you might have something else that you spend your focus on, okay? Something that's filling that space. And I'm getting that when you open space for this person is when they come in. But it's not like you take too long to open that space. It's just everything happens in divine timing, is what I'm hearing. I don't even know if any of this is making sense because it's so hard to explain. It's so hard to explain. But I just get the feeling that you guys have so much in your life that happens. It's almost unbelievable. I can't even throw scenarios your way because honestly, it just feels like things just happen for you. With this Uranus card, the potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening, you're someone, and not in a bad way, but you know how they say that there's like a 1 in a million or 1 in a billion chance that you would be struck by lightning or win the lottery? I'm basically seeing that you're someone who these things happen to, whether it's the extreme bad, getting struck by lightning, or the extreme good, winning the lottery. I'm getting that the odds basically always just kind of happen with you, whether it's good or bad. So you have an intense life, is what I'm getting with this pile in particular. One thing I keep hearing is that you might meet this person either when you're in a relationship or they're in a relationship. Okay? Now, that can manifest in many different ways. It could be that they're dating around or you're dating around, just kind of playing the field a little bit, and then you meet this person, okay? Or it could mean that one of you are married when you meet, or it could be that, one of you are simply in a committed relationship when you meet. Actually, I just heard another story that for some of you, it's not about romantic relationship or another romantic relationship. I'm almost getting for some of you, remember how I was talking about that there's no space for this person at a certain point in your life? This third party situation, this 3 of Swords that it's talking about, could be talking about someone else or another situation that just kind of takes up a lot of your time and energy. So that could be another person who's filling that spot. In a platonic sense, could be a family member or a friend. It could be a career. Like, for instance, some careers take many years in order to get into, like becoming a doctor. That takes a good amount of years and schooling to get into, and that could definitely take up someone's focus. Becoming a lawyer or even becoming a judge, those things can take a long time, and those can really take up your energy and focus in order to get to that. And love might not be on your mind for many years in terms of committed love. So, but I am getting that when this person comes in to your life, you guys are on the same page. So even if you have this other situation or person involved, everyone's on the same page and there's now space. So actually, honestly, another thing, I don't think this is for most of you, but for a very select few of you, this is an open relationship dynamic, okay? But I get that if that's the case, and that's so specific, everybody's on the same page here. So nothing sneaky, there's nothing underhanded. Even if you meet this person when they're in a committed relationship that's not open, or likewise, everything is still done above board. Okay, everything is still done in a healthy manner. There's no sneaking around, there's no lies. Everything is out in the open is what I'm getting, because I just basically get a lot of healthy, mature energy here, and this is really wonderful and stable, guys. I think that this person, even though we have a lot of fiery energy here, I think this person is actually going to bring a lot of calm and peace and just serenity into your life somehow. If you feel like your life's been turbulent or your emotions have been turbulent, a lot of you might have a lot of bad dreams or you might have a lot of anxiety. I basically get that this person is going to be kind of a they're going to help you find your calming center is what I'm getting here. They're going to bring just a lot of stability into your life, and it's going to be reciprocal energy. You're going to bring a lot of happiness and stability into their life. Wow, guys, this is amazing. Okay, I'm going to try to pinpoint what they look like. Like I said, I am getting this more mature, older energy. So this person, I'm seeing that they could have some gray or some white in their hair. I think this person might be blonde. They might have lighter hair, or they could have white hair or gray hair. That is very possible. I don't think a lot of these people are going to have dark hair. They could. I mean, I do have, a card or two with dark hair, but I'm getting a lighter color for majority of you. And I'm getting a very distinguished look on this person, regardless of gender. Even, I'm just getting very classy, very elegant, very distinguished. Just even gray in the hair and white in the hair, there's a very sexy quality to this person. Very distinguished. As they get older, I almost get that this person actually gets more attractive the older they get. Kind of a Sean Connery type energy. Tom Selleck, just very, very attractive as they age. George Clooney, that's actually, I guess you guys can tell where I lean. In terms of women, I'm sure that there's many women out there who kind of are the perfect balance of that as well. So I'm just getting this, regardless of gender, just this, as they age, they get more attractive. Oh, Jennifer Aniston, perfect example. As she gets older, even more beautiful. Stuff like that. Sandra Bullock, as she ages, even more beautiful. And, stuff like that, where it's just, yeah, I can't even put into words. This is going to be an extremely attractive, put together person. And, I mean, yeah, like I said, I'm just getting that light hair. In terms of eye color, I think that's going to be a little different across the board. But what's interesting is I'm getting something a little unusual. I'm getting lighter hair, but maybe brown eyes, or lighter hair and hazel eyes. Something very almost unique about their appearance. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm getting. I don't think I'm really getting anything else in terms of their body structure except that they're going to be very attractive to you. They're probably going to be very healthy in their physique in whatever form that takes. But I basically just get that you're going to find them extremely attractive, distinguished, elegant, classy, and put together. All right, my pile 2 people, that is your reading. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below and let me know if this resonated with you guys. I love you so much. Take care. Hello, my pile 3 people, or those of you who felt drawn to house and bad health. This is your reading. Okay, guys, this is not the cut and dry story here. Okay, I'm getting that as soon as I said that, you guys are like, of course. I'm basically getting that a lot of you might live a very interesting and unique life. Okay, you might be free spirits who chose this pile specifically. So you don't really do things in the same way that a lot of people do. You're on your own timetable. One thing that was very interesting is I very, very intentionally, drew one planet card, one house card, and one zodiac card to try to pinpoint, a zodiac sign, the energy of the person, how you meet them, how they react to things and their appearance. But for some reason, along with that house and bad health card having to come out together, for some reason 2 planet cards had to come out. So we have Saturn and the Sun that both came out. Now, first of all, I want to say that the partner spouse that we're talking about here very strongly could be a Scorpio or a water sign, okay? But what I'm getting is this is an extremely deep and complex person. But I almost get that that's what you need. You need someone who's very complex, someone who's very deep, someone who has a lot of feeling, because there's something about it that keeps you stimulated. Okay? I get that this is reciprocal, that as I'm reading the traits of this person, this is pretty much your traits as well, is what I'm getting. I'm getting that it takes a special kind of person to basically, what's the right word here? I was going to say make you commit, but no one can make you do anything, is what I'm getting. You guys are extremely free spirits. So basically, it takes a special person to make you want to commit or settle down. But I'm getting that this spouse, you guys are going to want to travel together, and you're going to want to go on adventures together, and I'm just feeling so much excitement with this pile. So much excitement that basically it's almost like you guys constantly have this youthful spirit in everything you do, which is very interesting with the Scorpio energy, because Scorpio is definitely an intense sign, you know, in the positive and negative sense. But I'm getting that, yeah, maybe the sun is accentuating things here, because Scorpios tend to be and honestly, some of the most beautiful people in the world emotionally and spiritually are Scorpios, but they tend to kind of live in this darker space. It's very interesting to me when I think of Scorpio, because obviously you think of the scorpion, and when you think of the scorpion, you don't really think of water. Generally, you think of the desert, you know, of fire, of heat, of the sun. And I'm basically, for some reason, I'm not feeling as much of that watery energy. I'm almost feeling a Scorpio that walks out into the light, into the drier aspects of the world, of the, I don't know if they keep their emotions at bay, or if they just let their emotions come to them and then they accept them and release them. There's something very healthy about the way this person processes their own emotions. Because like I said, Scorpios are extremely deep. So when a Scorpio feels happy, it's extremely deep happiness. When a Scorpio feels jealousy, and it's an extreme jealousy. But I get that the negative emotions that come up for this person sometimes, they let them come to the surface, they process them, and then they release them into the light. It's just very healthy, okay? I'm getting that this person, the reason why you're going to actually choose to commit to them is because they're like an enigma. You can't pinpoint exactly who they are. You can't pinpoint, you know, exactly what to expect from this person. They are just as exciting as you. They are just as unpredictable as you, and that keeps you stimulated and excited. I'm getting so much with this. So, with the house and the bad health, okay, you could be, I'm getting a lot of travel here, which is interesting because we have the house show up. So it's almost like home is where the heart is, okay? So it's, you might not like to stay in one place for too long, but there is a certain place that you stay in longer than you plan to. Now, this could be that you move somewhere specific and you stay in that city or country or whatever for longer than you planned. And that's when you meet this person. But I'm getting that the reason you might stay in this area longer than you planned is due to some kind of bad health. So for some of you, you get sick, and that keeps you where you are for longer. For some of you, you're taking care of someone who's really sick. And for some of you, it's that you have a family member or close person to you who gets sick, and you stick around longer just just to be with them. Okay. So there's a heavier energy attached to that. Now, in terms of the outcome of that, I'm not getting that story at all because I'm just focusing on your future spouse, future partner here. And actually, I'm hearing very, very strongly future partner rather than future spouse. So this might not be someone, you might not subscribe to the normal, kind of marriage scenario. You might be someone who chooses life partners, or a life partner is a better explanation of that. Someone who chooses someone to commit to forever, and you basically don't see the point of a marriage on paper. So that very well, because like I said, I'm getting just a very free spirited energy with this pile. You could be a traveling nurse, is something I just heard. You could be a traveling nurse, or you could do something. I feel like financially you make sure that you have what you need. So I feel like whatever makes you travel a lot has to do with your job, most likely, or you could simply be kind of a gypsy in how you move from one area to the next. And another thing I just heard is that isn't necessarily you moving from one city to another or one country to another. For some of you, it's just you leave jobs very frequently because you get bored. Okay, so you get a job, you stay there till you don't want to be there, and then you leave and you get a new job. Pretty much is what I'm getting. And you might specifically have a job that you stay in longer than you want to, simply because there's something else going on in your life, whether or not it's you're having some health issues or someone else is having some health issues. And for a very select few of you, this spouse or this partner, I need to say, has some health issues, and that's how you meet them. You guys could meet in a hospital atmosphere or at a doctor's office, or there's something very strongly with health here, okay? Yeah. Yeah, this really is incredible, guys. This pile is so interesting. I just basically get that you guys are two very independent, content, healthy, happy individuals who come together and as individuals, have a partnership. It's just very beautiful, very healthy, and very free spirited for sure. As we have the orca whale here, adventure, dare to do things differently, sing your wild song, manifest your travel dreams, attempt the great journey with confidence, be loyal, friends and family are your treasures, be brave, you are more powerful than you know. Yeah, I don't know what else to say there in terms of how you meet. Now, what this person looks like, I get very, very penetrating eyes, okay? For some, it's going to be dark eyes, some it's light, so I'm not really getting a specific eye color, but it's more about how they look at you that's going to be extremely intense. It's almost like they see through you, like they see through your soul into all of your darkest desires, is what I just heard. They see what you are, they see what you want, and they're just very, yeah, their gaze is very captivating. I'm also getting very smoldering, so they could have a very sexy gaze that they turn your way, and that could be what gets your attention, to be honest. They're extremely spiritual. I just heard that as well, just so you know. In terms of how they look, they could have like auburn hair, red hair, or they could have brown hair that's kind of on the lighter side, with a lot of red tones, maybe some blonde tones. And they could have a lot of highlights in their hair. I'm getting that they spend a lot of time outside, so that could kind of lighten their hair a bit from exposure to the sun. This actually could be someone who dyes their hair a lot as well. So you might meet this person and they might have like dyed blue hair, dyed green hair, purple hair. I am getting that their hair is it'll be very noticeable to you, whether it's got this kind of beautiful, colorful, colorful dye in it, or if it's simply like sun bleached and a lot of highlights, you know, and just very, I think you're going to think their hair is beautiful regardless of gender, okay? If regardless of gender as well, they might have longer hair is what I'm getting. So this person, they might have hair that's just a little longer, or they could have it down to their shoulders, or it could be extremely long. But either way, you know, regardless of gender, I'm hearing long hair, okay? I think their hair is wavy slash curly. In terms of their body structure, I'm hearing beautiful, beautiful to you. If they're female, they could be very curvy, very earthy. If they're male, I could see also this earthy quality. I'm not seeing stockiness, and I feel like they're very healthy in terms of how they look. And interesting. I'm getting, it's not muscular, it's not thin. It's kind of this just healthy. I keep hearing the word healthy. Like when you look at someone and you think husky or healthy, you know, just kind of just perfectly portioned in your eyes, you know, just very earthy. In terms of their height, I'm getting probably medium height, maybe a little bit shorter than the norm, but it doesn't have to be. I'm not getting like a specific height here. Just kind of that earthy body type, very sensual, very sexual, very attractive and beautiful to you. Longer hair, possibly lighter hair, even if it's brown, kind of on that richer scale, with the sun highlights. I'm not really getting an eye color either, just that they have a really intense gaze. Wow, guys, that is really interesting. In terms of when you meet them, I'm not getting when. I'm not getting at what point of your life, age, anything like that, just the scenario. So I guess that's what I got. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below and let me know if this resonates with you guys. I love you so much. Take care.